Welcome to Random Select. Please enjoy.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mario, and I would like to welcome you into another episode of Random Select. And in this episode, I'm talking to the fellas. I'm talking to my fellow black man, and I'm asking, where are you? Isn't it time for us to step up to the plate and take some accountability as to what's going on in our community, what's going on particularly with our women? And isn't it time for us to start saying that something is wrong? We have an epidemic on our hands because some of us have devalued our women so much till they don't even know what their self-worth is anymore. And some of us are not being there for our kids. Therefore, you're leaving a woman trying to raise a kid, and you're asking a boy in particular to become a man when he has no concept of what being a man is. So I'm asking black men, where are you? Isn't it time for us to step up to the plate and reclaim what we used to be? We used to be a tight-knit community. We used to have pride in one another. Now if someone is doing bad, we talk about them. We don't lend a helping hand. We're killing each other in the streets. But we want to blame cops for all our issues and all our problems. We kill way more of each other than cops do every year. You know, two black people can kill each other, but it's fine. But as soon as a white cop kill a black person, we have issues with it. Our priorities have strayed off path so much. Do we even know as a ethnic group what we stand for anymore? We got a lot of things that could be going for us, but our claim to fame above all else is that Obama is the president. We have a black man that's the president. So now we feel that our job is done. We have arrived. There's nothing else to do. When that couldn't be further from the truth. So I'm asking black man, where are you? Do I have to put up missing flyers out around town, out around the country? And I'm not lumping all black men into the same category. I'm just saying as a whole, it just seems like our women are going down paths that women would never have done just 10 years ago. Women are fighting in the streets like men. Women are running drugs and just doing all type of ungodly things that you would think that men and gangsters would do. More women are acting like they're thugs and gangsters than guys are. More women are taking care of households and raising kids than guys are. More women are finishing school and doing what they have to do more than guys are. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that we should equal out the playing field and do our part. Because we're starting to let our women feel that we as black men, we ain't shit. So therefore they don't need us, and they could do all the essential things that they have to do, like take care of the kids and go to school and get good jobs and buy homes and houses and be perfectly content with not having us. And when we get to the point where our black women are starting to think that we're not necessary because we bring in more harm to their life than good, we're bringing them down, then fellas, we have a problem. We have a problem when our African black queen feels as if we're not necessary. Because let's look at it from a realistic standpoint. They really don't need us to give birth anymore. In vitro is taking care of that. You could say they need us for love and companionship. Well, the way social media is set up, the way chat lines and data lines are set up, most women would be comfortable and happy with just talking with people over the phone, just to have a chat companion and go out and do all the other stuff themselves. And we already know that they definitely believe in Bob, the battery operated boyfriend. So look at it realistically. As black men, where are you? You don't realize that slowly but for surely we are being phased out like television with tubes in them. We are being phased out. Unless we reinvent ourselves and become flat screens, we're being phased out. And it's a shame, because the problem with that is that through a lot of different various channels, a lot of different reasons, a lot of different avenues, we have just gotten to the point where we just do not value the women the way we used to. And there's no other way around it. There's no other way to say it. Even when you listen to, and I'm a hip hop fan. I love hip hop just as much as the next hip hop fan. But we gotta get to the point where we gotta stop slandering these women in the music. We gotta get to the point where we're getting the women to dance to music where they're pretty much telling them, y'all ain't nothing. You could be replaced if you don't do this, if you don't get your girlfriend to get her girlfriend. I want to pull three, I want to switch it up, I want to foursomes. And I ain't knocking that. If that's what you into, then that's what you into. But you got to remember, just like an earlier generation of music influenced us to think a certain way, this generation of music right here is going to influence these kids to think a certain way. So by the time these kids get to the point where they're having sex and trying to get their first little boyfriends and fall in love, it won't mean anything. Because to them, casual sex will be just that, casual sex. You meet somebody, do him and his friends, and it's all good, because this is what the girls think they're supposed to do. These are what the girls are expecting the guys to expect. And realistically, black man, if you got kids, you got a daughter, like Chris Rock said, you just want to keep your daughter off the pole. Is this where we really want this to head? Is this where we want things to go? Black men, where are you? Isn't it time to draw a line in the sand and say, hey, look, we got to take this thing back somehow. We got to get to the point where even if you don't want the woman, we got to start treating them with respect. Even if you feel you can't be with her, you got to take care of your kids. Just because you're not with her doesn't mean you abandon the kid. Even if you're not in the household with your kid should know without a shadow of a doubt that my father is there for me and my father loves me. Like I said, I'm not saying this is all black men. I'm just doing, I guess, my warped version of a public service announcement. Black men, where are you? I just want to know, what can we do? And I know I could sit here and say, well, we should take it back. We should get back to the point where we're respecting the women. We should get back to the point where our family is the number one priority. But even I don't have any ideas of how we get it back, or what can we do. Because this cat is so out the bag. Could you ever get it back in the bag? Because the whole, I want to be famous, my 15 minutes of fame, the money, the ball out of control, the hot boy thing, that drives everything. Now, everybody want to be famous and everybody want to be rich. Nobody realized that someone has to be the in-between. Someone gotta, dump the garbage. Someone gotta clean the streets. Someone, gotta work at Walmart. Someone gotta provide, basic services. No one feel like, when you talk to a young kid today, I hardly ever hear, and I talk to a lot, especially my kids' friends, ask them what they want to be when they grow up. Everybody want to be an actor, movie star, ball player. Not one of them ever say, oh, doctor, dentist, lawyer. That's just the world we live in. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that places like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and all these places can elevate people and bring them a certain level of fame, a certain level of success. But what about the rest of us? What about the, everyday, ordinary Joe? I mean, nowadays, somebody make a love song and they get ridiculed, Or if they do make a good love song, somebody got to rap in it. Whatever happened to just a good old-fashioned R&B love song without any rappers? So I ask again, black man, where are you? When are we going to get to the point where we just say enough is enough? We got to get our kids back under control. We got to get the fathers back into the homes. We got to get the kids to the point where they realize that if I do this, what I'm thinking about, when I come home, my father is going to get in my ass. See, these kids don't have a healthy fear of anybody anymore. And that's part of the problem. They don't have a healthy fear of anybody. They don't have a healthy respect for anybody. And you got most of the people that's supposed to be controlling things, like at schools and stuff like that. You got all those people, administrators and teachers, running around afraid of the kids. How can you ever reach and teach someone if you're afraid of them? And that's another thing. We've given kids way too much control. We've given kids, I don't know. I'm just asking, black man, where are you? Let's not depend on the penitentiary system to raise our kids. Because once they get kicked out of school, where's the next logical thing for them if they're not getting an education, if they're of lower income, lower intelligence? People already think that school is just a holding cell for prison. And you got so many people referring to school as that for these kids, for these boys. We've taken casual drug use and made it where, it's okay. Everybody rapping about drugs, everybody doing drugs. And like I saw on Facebook the other day, did I miss something? When is it okay? When did it become okay to be a junkie? Explain that to me. When did it become okay to be a drug addict? When did it become okay to walk around and have no shame about you doing drugs? When we was coming up, drugs was a shameful thing, and it was kind of, done in the back alleys late at night. You saw the crack addicts walking. You might see them smoking in an empty apartment or something like that, but it was never like it is now. You got doctors out there pushing drugs. Doctors are just professional drug dealers these days. Oh, you got a minor back pain? Let's push you some high-powered oxycodone. Oh, you got a migraine headache? Oh, let's give you something that'll knock that headache clean out. Oh, and did I forget to mention, if you take it too much, it might be a little habit forming. Therefore, you might have to come back to me for more and more and more. I will prescribe it to you, and each time you come, I'm gonna take that little copay and charge you for services rendered. And that way, we keep a perpetual relationship between you and me. I need to charge your insurance. You need the pills. Let's make it happen. I don't want to labor on this. I just want to know, how can we get it back? Black man, where are you? It's been a while since you've made an appearance. The world waiting on you. The world waiting on you to make that incredible comeback. Your kids need you. Your women need you. So come on, black man. You've been gone too long. It's time to come on back. Thank you. Random Select is out.
You have been listening to Random Select. Thank you. Goodbye.